All right, all right, all right. Since we are live, let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the little like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video. Spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? Give me a second here while I'm getting set up here. Yeah. Give me a second while I'm getting set up in chair. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, all right. Shout out to y'all in the building. Come on in. Give everybody a chance to get on in here. You know YouTube gonna hate, so make sure y'all send out the notifications, man. Y'all share the video, all that good stuff. Cause YouTube gonna try to rain on this parade. That's what they're gonna try to do today. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to stop the shine. Let me see what we got in the building. The Dirt Gang boss, Jeff the producer, Southwest Dice, Gabe Moore, Jalen Hudson, D Fresh 94, New Fat Boy Fitness in the building. What's that? Box Q at TV. I'm sorry, bro. But misspelled it, mispronounce your name. Terrell Colwell, Mook _ The Mills. Salute. Y'all go ahead and share the video. YouTube gonna do me filthy today. You know how they gonna do. Before we start cooking, let's get the video out there. Let me do this here. Patreon content will be dropped in a few hours, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all sub to the Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. All right, let's get to it. Let me see what we got here. Homie, what's up with Stephen L. the Mizak? Homie said he won 2 G's on Dev. That's what they do. Mo 2013, what's happening with it? Say Black Jesus is back. He never left. That's the crazy part. See, this is the crazy part. Devin never left nowhere. It was a fake narrative that went out after the Ryan Garcia fight. After the Ryan Garcia cheated Devin Haney, the narrative had to do with a little bit of Eddie Hearn helped spread that rumor. Eddie Hearn was doing interviews talking about Devin is not the same. Devin is depressed. He's not the same, and this and that, right? Then you start hearing YouTubers, commentators talking about Devin got PTSD after Ryan Garcia. Mind you, they said all of this before he even fought Ramirez. It's still on YouTube. So people trying to say, oh, it's because of how he fought Ramirez. Cap. They were saying Devin got PTSD right after the Ryan Garcia fight, before he even fought Ramirez. People was even picking Ramirez to beat Devin because they said he ain't going to be the same. After a beating like that, you ain't going to be the same. He ain't going to be the same after a beating like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Hamza? Robert Singleton, salute. Smash the like button, y'all. Share the video on all your social media because YouTube finna do me filthy. You know how they gonna do. They ain't gonna send this notification out for about 30 minutes. They trying to stop the party. It ain't gonna happen though. I ain't gonna let them stop the party. So anyway, this was a fake narrative that Devin Haney, was damaged goods and He had PTSD. This was a narrative created by Devin Haney haters. And then all of y'all who supposed to know better decided that y'all was going to piggyback off of this myth, this lie, with no evidence whatsoever. Just every time somebody say something that sound halfway good to y'all, y'all all piggyback off of it and start spreading the propaganda. All of you. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. See what I'm saying? So, Devin made fools out of all of y'all last night. Bill Haney made fools out of all of y'all last night. Oh, he got PTSD. He's scared of getting hit. He's scared to engage. This is how I know that a lot of y'all are influenced by commentary. Y'all influenced by what the pundits say. Y'all try to pretend like y'all know boxing, but y'all really don't. Y'all really don't know boxing. And that was exposed because every time one of these pundits on TV say something that y'all think sound halfway good, y'all start regurgitating it. Y'all start regurgitating it. You know what I'm saying? Saying the same thing with no evidence, no proof. What's up with it, Joe Townsend? What's up, Lacey the Great? What it do? Y'all start regurgitating stuff with no evidence that don't make any logical sense. So anyway, Conor Benn, after Devin Haney's dominant performance, Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn were sitting there ringside and they were shocked. First of all, Conor Benn was shocked that Devin Haney knocked down Brian Norman in the second round. Eddie Hearn looked terrified. Go back and look at the short clip that's on YouTube. Eddie Hearn looked absolutely terrified when Devin Haney stopped him. He looked embarrassed, as if he had money on Brian Norman or something. Eddie Hearn, who should be rooting for Devin if he wants to have a Conor Benn Devin Haney fight, but no. Eddie Hearn knows better. He knows what type of fighter Devin Haney is, and Eddie Hearn is salty. He mad at Devin because Devin wouldn't take a sucker's deal. Because Devin has a father who has some business sense, Devin Haney wouldn't take a sucker's deal dealing with Eddie. Now they just, you know what I'm saying, they cut the middleman out and went right to the plug. See what I'm saying? They went right to the plug. So now Eddie's salty. He mad. What's happening with it, DJ? What's happening with it, Woke? CJ Robinson, what it do? Justin Cash in the super chat, the 2-piece, appreciate the love. Said, did I super chat? Absolutely. Floyd voice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Prince Hakeem, salute. All right, but anyway, so let's get to this, man. Conor Benn, who claims he's going back down to 147, he won all the smoke after he defeated Chris Eubank Jr. He says that he specifically called out Devin Haney and other people at 147. Say he coming back down to 147. He ain't fought at 147 in 3 years. He hasn't made that weight in 3 years, right? So we know he gonna cheat to get down there. But anyway, Conor Benn, after the Devin Haney fight, had the audacity, him and Eddie Hearn, hating on Devin's performance, talking about Devin's afraid to engage. He got PTSD. The fight was boring. Now, if you still saying Devin is afraid to engage and all this nonsense, just shut up, please. Shut up. And this is what I've been trying to tell y'all. This is what irritated me the most about this whole Devin Haney hate train that all y'all was a part of, every last one of these marks. What irritated me the most about the whole situation was this. When Devin Haney tries to fight a crowd-pleasing fight and step to Lomachenko, y'all cry and say he lost and Lomachenko got robbed. Devin Haney got hit. Oh, he was getting hit. Y'all want to show highlights of him getting hit. When he steps to Ryan Garcia and walks down the puncher, gets hit, gets back up, y'all laugh at him for a whole year and say he can't duck the left hook, he can't get out of the way of the left hook. Oh man, this dude try, he can't get out the left hook. So then he fights Ramirez and said, fine, I'm gonna show y'all. If I don't want to get hit, I won't get hit at all. Then y'all cry about that. So the bottom line is this. Because we have both examples of Devin Haney fighting an aggressive fight, y'all still hate on him. Fighting a defensive fight, y'all still hate on him. Therefore, you're just Devin Haney haters. And it doesn't matter how he fights, you're going to hit on him anyway, which is why it's very important that Devin Haney and Bill come up with strategies that are best for them, not for the fans or anybody else or for these haters. Because the haters want Devin to be put in a position to lose. That's it. They just want to see him lose. That's all. You can't have it both ways. All right? You can't say you want him to be more aggressive, and then when he is more aggressive, you criticize him for getting hit. When you're more aggressive, you're going to get hit. You understand? When you're offensive, you're going to get hit. What's up, Stephen? Brother Stephen X, Will Sinclair. What's happening with it? Skull Doug, what it do? My brother Blue Blood Sports TV is in the building. What it do, Blue? Yeah, so Conor being a straight duck. He's a straight duck. He already talking about making excuses on why he don't want to fight Devin Haney. Oh, he's boring and all that. But you know what? Boxing fans gonna let him get away with it. Boxing fans, the cowards like they are gonna let Conor Benn get away with this straight duck move. Bottom line is Conor Benn, like Bill said, Conor win. When is Conor Benn gonna win a title? This man has Conor Benn ever been a champion? No. Conor Benn has never won. This man is famous just off his daddy's name. This man has never won a title, never done anything. But Eddie Hearn kept him away from all of the talent at 147. Conned his way into the Eubank fight because they got the family rivalry. Made some money there. And now you acting like you can dictate some terms to champions. No, you can't. Sorry. You ain't nobody, Conor Benn. You have never won nothing. You never won nothing. You never accomplished anything in boxing other than being the son of Nigel Benn. That's it. Your father was a Dark Destroyer, and you like the I don't know what you call him, what you call him? He can't be the Dark Destroyer. He gotta be something else. But you ain't that. You ain't your daddy. Said Conor was on steroids. Yeah, Conor Benn popped dirty. He popped dirty for the and he blamed it on the eggs. So you know how that go. You know how that go. Man blamed it on eggs. He said the Mutt Destroyer. Diabolical. What's happening with the Black Martial Arts Society? My brother Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. What it do? Yeah, I didn't want to say that, Mook _ I didn't want to say that. But anyway, check it out, though. So, I want to make something very clear to y'all. Every day, I'm cooking you haters. You Haney haters. Every day. And I ain't even got to the tank fans yet. Because I see y'all been hiding out now. Y'all been all in my chat talking crazy for months. Y'all better be worried about Brian Norman. Brian Norman coming. The South got something to say. Brian Norman coming. Y'all went out here and literally picked somebody based off of their looks and their twang and their voice. I know y'all zesty. I've been knowing it for a long time. These dudes is weird nowadays. Y'all picking people to win fights not based off of their resume. You literally have people talking about resumes don't matter. Resumes don't matter. The only thing that matters is what's going to happen. Okay, then what you picking Brian Norman to beat Devin for? Devin got man, I'm telling you, Brian Norman, man, y'all got seduced. Grown men got seduced by a dude talking with a twang. Yeah, boy. Yeah, shorty. And all that stuff. Yo, hoo. You heard what he said? He said, shorty. He said, shorty. It's going down now. That's the ATL talk, man. See, Devin, he from the suburbs. He went private school. Devin don't know nothing about that twang. Yeah. Yeah, that boy from down in Atlanta, he got that twang in his voice. Y'all got all moist off of somebody's accent. And didn't have nothing. Y'all say, listen, bro, this is what I'm saying. Y'all literally, I didn't hear not one person do an actual fight breakdown that I said, that makes sense on why you would think that. None. The people, listen, either you was picking Norman because you rock with the Normans, that's fine, that's your business. But for the people who was picking Norman based off of some boxing IQ stuff and what you done seen, I'm like, bro, y'all lying to yourself and y'all listening to these haters. The more you listen to nonsense, the more it starts to affect your brain, which is why I don't listen to the nonsense. I cut it off. I don't listen to that stuff because no matter how strong you are, that if you keep listening and inhaling pollution, you're going to get sick. That's just what it is. So when y'all over here listening to all these haters keep telling you that Devin Haney, they keep drilling in your head. Devin Haney got PTSD. He ain't the same. Oh, look, he was moving too much in the Ramirez fight. He was jittery. I literally told y'all why he did that in the Ramirez fight. But I'm a liar, though. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just making excuses up because I like Devin Haney, right? Then y'all come over here and get finessed. Y'all get finessed by Brian Norman Sr. telling y'all all these lies. And he convinced his son. I'm telling you, Brian Norman Jr. lost. For one, Devin Haney is just a better fighter. We already knew that, right? For two, Bill Haney's the better trainer. We already knew that. For three, Brian Norman Sr. lied to his son. He walked his son into a bad situation, told him that Devin couldn't hurt him, right? Devin couldn't hurt him. Devin is scared of you. He don't want to engage with you. Blah 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 blah. And then he get up in there and he find out this dude Devin can crack, and he ain't scared of me. See, Brian Norman Sr. That's what happened. When you start listening, going on these hater channels and listening to the chat and all these marks who pretending like they rock with you, what they saying today, Norman Sr.? What these haters saying today, Norman Sr.? Now, you know what they're saying? The same thing I told you they were going to say. Now they're saying, oh, well, who was Brian Norman? Who was he beating anyway? What did he ever do? What did he ever do? Yeah, that's what they're doing. What's up with it, Dirt Game Boss? What it do? Mike Fitzgerald. Yeah, Mike Fitzgerald need to be fired. Mike Fitzgerald need to be fired. Let me see here. Who is this? Craig Green. Get up out of here, bro. You a hater. Cook me. The fight shouldn't have went the distance. Devin Haney is not a knockout puncher. He's not a knockout artist. He's a boxer. Right? I know you probably lost a lot of money, Craig. I know you lost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? All that hype y'all was giving Brian Norman Jr. Now, all of a sudden, magically, Brian Norman Jr., it ain't none of his responsibility to figure out how to box no more. Now it's Devin Haney hugging him. But I thought Devin Haney was moving up to this fight, this big, strong guy. Knockout artist in Shody. And he's Shody and ATL and, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But watch out, Shody. He ain't playing with your boy. Got that twang in my boys, boy. All that stuff. Now y'all switching it? Now you switching it to, Devin should have done this and done that. Get up out of here, bro. Who your favorite fighter? Javante Tank Davis? Who your favorite fighter? I bet you it's Tank. A stone cold sucker. Big Dog Willie in the super chat. Appreciate the love. The 2-piece. He says 78. Why are the Tanker Maniacs so hurt? They hurt because they put all their faith into the Devin losing. They put everything they got into Devin losing. All they love, because Tank, and I told y'all before the fight, Tank didn't give them nothing to be proud of. Tank embarrassed them. He's been embarrassing them the entire time. So they keep moving the goalposts. What's up with it, growing with soul? They keep moving the goalposts, and they was hoping that Brian Norman was going to beat Devin, so that way they can laugh at us and all kind of stuff. And it just, listen, man, it don't work out that way. Just didn't work out that way for y'all. Said, did not Brian tell Devin to stay in the pocket with him? Yeah, and that's what happened. Absolutely. Devin stood in the pocket with him. He fought an inside fight with him, and he was beating Brian Norman to the punch. He was stronger than Brian Norman. Brian Norman was hurt. He was dropped. He in the second half of the fight, Brian Norman started hugging on the Devin, grabbing him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to rest. Yeah. So anyway, like I said yesterday, bro, I don't understand what the whole hoopla was about, because just looking at the fight, I did not understand how anybody outside of people who just rock with the Normans, I didn't understand how anybody from a boxing perspective was certainly picking him over Devin. Oh, he gonna stop Devin. Like, man, what's wrong with y'all, bro? What's wrong with y'all? This is why I don't be respecting people's boxing opinion. People just be talking, fam. I'm telling you, people be judging boxing matches off of the twang and cat's voice and stuff like that, or if they think somebody look good or something. Like, they just judge boxing weird, bro. Like, what are you talking about, fam? How? Brian Norman literally has fought nobody. No disrespect to the young dude, but he ain't fought nobody. Devin Haney was the first champion Brian Norman had ever fought. And y'all sitting here, nah, man. Hey, man, I like Dev, but Norman, Dev got a problem with left hook. He got the problem with the left hook. And Norman, he got, man, you see how he knocked out Sukiyaki Saki Su and socked to me and then socked it to you? See how he knocked him out with that left hook? All right, so y'all think Devin Haney is on the level of a Sukiyaki Saki Su and sock it to me and sock it to you. Okay, so allow me to talk crazy for the rest of the year, y'all, because I'm finna talk crazy. Ain't nothing y'all finna be able to do to make me stop. Y'all shouldn't have been talking all this mess y'all were talking. Jafari Caesar in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation. Says, I'm a Tank fan. You guys are mistaken Debo Dev haters who disguise themselves as Tank fans. He says they're not real Tank fans. Want him to fight everybody. No, they call themselves Tank fans. Jafari Caesar. They call themselves. They be out here every day on YouTube making videos. They be in all these Devin Haney hater and LDBC hater comment sections, screaming from the rooftop that hating on Devin every day. But then they channel members to a dude who trying to put his mouth on other dudes' pickles, and they know it too. It ain't like it's a myth. Y'all literally know these dudes got mental health issues and they zesty. You know this because it's proof out there, and you still don't care. You're like, I'm a channel member. I support him. I don't care what nobody say. That's how I know all y'all zesty. That's how I know y'all be zesty. Everybody that get up in the morning and tune in to somebody that was begging to put their mouth on another man's pickle, then you zesty too. Absolutely. Yeah. Anybody that hop on his panel knowing this information, you zesty too. That's why I say the Tank. I ain't talking about you, Jafari Season. I'm talking about Tank fans that be out here talking crazy about Devin and the LDBC all the time, hating. You know what I'm saying? Because they got Tank and giving them nothing to be proud of. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tank and gave them nothing to be proud of. They miserable right now. Mm-hmm. Coach Hudson said, in the new, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, buddy. It's gonna be funny just to watch all the backtracking and all this stuff. You see Taco Hat out there? Taco Hat. Matter of fact, let me change this meme. Let me change my meme. Let me see what memes I got up here I can use. Here you go. I'm using. Go back to the Jig Olympics. Let's go to the Jig Olympics. Let's go here. Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the 10 piece. Appreciate the love. He says Tanker Maniacs are having a tough year. Timeline. Tank takes a knee. Shakur wins. Tank ducked Roach to fight Paul, but the fight got canceled. Devin wins his fight. 78 lead Tanker Maniacs alone. Hey, you forgot the one part where Tank put old girl in he grabbed her by her wig and pulled her out the club. Tank grabbed old girl and pulled her out the club. I know. No, yes, you did. You were using my nail polish and you took my purse. Where's my green purse? Where's my green purse? You got your own purse. You gonna take my green purse? Yeah, Tank then went on and whooped on old girl for taking his purse and using his nail polish. The man is ridiculous. But anyway, let's talk about the Jig Olympics. So Taco he out here now talking about he switched on Norman right in the middle of the fight. This man switched on Norman. He picking Norman to win. And then as soon as Dev knocked him down, oh, Debo Dev, that's what we need. Debo Dev. Like, bro, shut up, bro. I swear, bro. I cannot stand no turncoat, somebody whose feet ain't solid on the ground. What's up, Town Biz in the building? Yeah, I seen that kind of being put his head on Eddie Hearn's shoulders. Lay your head on my shoulder. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. Yeah. I'm finna show y'all. This is what happened, man. Tank Davis whooped on Tank Davis beat the mess out that girl. Cause she had took his purse. I thought I had it up here. I don't know what happened to it. Here it go. Yeah, I do got it. She went to the club with his purse. That green one right there. She went to the club with his purse in his shades, and she used some of his nail polish, and old boy Tank had a fit. That's why he snatched old girl up. See, the media ain't gonna tell you that part. But through my own investigation, I was able to discover the real reason why, Tank and put hands on the chick. It was over nail polish and that green purse right there. See, she wanted to wear it because she had like a green little sexy little green suit on, little body suit. So she was like, "This gonna go good," She thought it was hers. She didn't even know it was Tank's, but Tank, you know what I'm saying? That's how that boy is. He's sensitive about stuff like that. That boy's sensitive about stuff like that. Can't just be using Tank, using his stuff like that, man. Nonstop Nemo say no notification. Well, you know how YouTube gonna do me, dog. They hating on your boy. They ain't gonna send out a notification. They not gonna do it. That's why y'all gotta make sure y'all help your brother out, man, and share this on all your social media. You know how YouTube gonna do. They trying to keep my numbers down. Jay Good say the green Gucci purse with the cotton candy rabbit bomber. Right. There ain't even no rabbit bomber, man. That's polar bear coochie. That's polar bear coochie fur. Yeah, I ain't know that, did you? They took the polar bear coochie fur and then they dyed it different colors and stuff like that. So Tank walking around with polar bear coochie fur. D-Man Jr. in the super chat with that 2-piece. Much love, much appreciation. Says, my Brody say it ain't so. Yeah, man. diabolical out here in these streets. All right, but anyway, so Conor Benn won't be fighting Devin Haney, at least right now, because he's about. That's good. I don't even want Devin to even entertain Conor Benn. Conor Benn has done nothing to deserve a fight with Devin Haney. Conor Benn is a con artist. His whole career has been fraudulent. The man has never won a title. Just been hanging around, lurking around, running, using his family name, the Benn name, and Eubanks name to get some type of popularity. He's never fought nobody at welterweight. Let me see here. Oh, y'all want to put? I'm gonna put the meme back up so y'all can see. Yeah, it's the Jig Olympics. You say, who is the gorilla? Well, you know, don't know. It's only the gorilla is the only person who wears shades in the house. The only person who cannot do a video unless they got shades on, because for some reason they think that makes them look cool, but it makes them look ridiculous when you're wearing shades in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know who that is. We ain't got to say nothing. But y'all, it's obvious who Jason Voorhees is. Can't even lift their back straight up no more. They've been bootlicking so long. They've been bootlicking so long they can't even sit up straight. They're like some little monster. Just got their neck crawled up. The back won't get just hunchback of Notre Dame or something. Them ball and strike. I don't care about no Haney. I lift my back. Somebody help me lift my back up straight. And nodding off. And help me lift my back up. And y'all know who Taco Head is. And RuPaul. Well, that's the Lincoln lawyer dude. That's the one who be sitting out here in love with other fellas, you know what I'm saying? In love with other fellas, having mental health crises and whatnot, and talking about he related to Daniel Canahan and Adolf, you know what I'm saying, from World War II, and just diabolical stuff. He want to put his mouth on other men's pickles, and then y'all still rock with him. And that's what that is. Mm-hmm. He said he posted a link that said "cute ninjas" on his Twitter, and it was a link to a video of Drew and Blue. Are you serious, bro? Diabolical. Well, you know, like I say, I'm not just saying something to be saying it. I can prove what I say. When I say somebody's zesty, if you hear me standing on it like this, then evidently I got proof. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully my hand never gets forced, so I have to embarrass nobody. You know what I'm saying? And humiliate nobody, because then everybody who stood next to him, y'all gonna automatically be zesty. You ain't gonna be able to backtrack and none of that, because this information, we've been saying this for years. So all y'all is zesty with him. Don't try. Y'all gotta stand in the pocket with him. You know what I'm saying? Not normally I say you got to go down with the shit, but you gonna have to go down on the pickle. You got to go down on the pickle like him. He said, you see Taco had hating on Dev, say he was clenching too much. Bro, they always gonna say something about it. It don't matter what Devin do. I'm telling you, Devin is the new Floyd. When it comes to people hating, that's what they're gonna do. Devin is the new Floyd, bro. It don't matter what he do. If he come in there and just straight knock somebody out in one round, they're gonna say it was the snack. Oh, he only did it because of snack, right? Right? He fight in the pocket. They talking about it was too much clinching. He wasn't jabbing and moving enough. If he jabbed all day, jab your head off, they're gonna say he moving too much. Bro, these dudes are some clowns. They criticized his performance against Regis. He absolutely dominated Regis in the master class. They say he should have stopped Regis. But he not. That's not what he do. He not a knockout artist. So what are you talking about? He should have stopped him. What's up, my brother Drew Titan LLC in the building? So yeah, they've been hating on young Dev. You know what I mean? No matter what he do, they're gonna hate on him. It doesn't matter. So Dev need to fight for himself and not try to please none of these weirdo fans. Dev need to fight for himself and continue to do what he do. Well, one of these guys, RuPaul said that Charlo, he said on his own video, not behind the scenes, on his own video. RuPaul said that Jermell Charlo looked good. He said Jermell Charlo was fine, and people still sub to him. And don't say I'm lying either. That man said, because somebody sent it to me. They said, bro, you ain't gonna believe this. What's up with your mans? I said, what? You know this ain't my mans. But I listened to it. It was a clip, and I got it. I still got it. This man talking to the chat, talking about how Charlo look good like a model, and he's so good looking. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, this man ain't even hiding it no more. And people still be in the chat. I'm like, bro, everybody that be in dude chat is zesty too. Everybody, no exceptions. What's up, sister Cameron Fields in the building? BVO, what's happening with it? I'm just telling y'all, man. You know, the man just, you know what I'm saying? He got too much hate in his blood, man. Too much hate in his heart. All you gotta do is watch boxing, make your predictions, and chill out. But when y'all come on here with all that anger, and you despise Devin and Bill for no apparent reason, because Bill believe in his son and he rocking with his son. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just bro, this is damaging. Let me see here. My brother Drew Titan LLC in the building. What it do, bro? With the 2-piece. He say, bro, did Fakan called me and Blue cute? What the? I don't know. That's what somebody in the chat said. But I don't know if they was talking about Fakan or if they was talking about Gorilla Glasses. Either they was talking about Fakan or Gorilla Glasses. I ain't sure. It's a whole lot of WWE tactics. How do you sit down in front of a camera and in your own crib and just put sunglasses on like you Ray Charles or something? Yeah, this gonna make me look like a straight G. I'm gonna put a beanie cap on. It's summertime. Yeah, this gonna make me look like a straight G. Like if you was watching Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you was watching Men's to Society, I'm gonna look like I'm in the car with O-Dog and Kane. If I put the glasses on with the beanie, yeah, this gonna be the one. They're gonna be scared to say something to me if I do this. What's up with the St. Louis mix? But yeah, Dev did his thing. He went out there and he schooled Brian Norman, you know, and he showed that it was levels to this, and he made it look very easy. And his strategy was brilliant. So anybody talking about Devin held too much, man, whatever, man. Your mama did a whole bunch of stuff too much. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of stuff too much. Ooh, y'all lucky I don't cuss no more on my page. But boy, I want to cuss y'all out so bad. Drink more water. Said Eddie Hearn got the hating immediately. Of course, the devil. Yeah, Eddie's the absolute devil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he trying to push a narrative about Devin, trying to mess up Devin money, but he can't do it because Devin connected with the plug. See what I'm saying? So it ain't like Devin is a free agent and he ain't got no deal and he looking for a new home and he ain't got no money and you know what I'm saying, he gotta take, remember Eddie was trying to make Devin take $1 million to come back and fight. All that was designed to try to humble Dev and you know what I'm saying, and all that. He get cheated by Ryan and you talking about Devin need to come back and fight for $1 million. Man, shut up, bro. Unbelievable. And now Devin he done bypassed Eddie, went right to the plug, turkey out shake, got a great relationship, and he getting to the bag. Getting to the bag. Code 189 in the super chat. What it do with that 5-piece, homie? Appreciate the love. He says salute 78. Smoking on that Norman pack. Where is Andre Darrell at Sean Porter? Biscuit nibbling raccoon at. Hey, I don't know where Sean Porter at. He hide. Where Tim Bradley at? That's what I want to know. Where Tim at? I want to know where Tim Bradley is at. You know what I'm saying? Where's Tim Bradley? Freedom's March, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate the love, homie. Coming through with the 5-piece. Thank you, sir. Yeah, where Tim Bradley at? Yeah, Tim Bradley somewhere, somewhere, you know what I'm saying, cleaning the bottom of Massa boot with his tongue. Don't worry, Massa, I'm finna get in between these cracks. Cause it's still no, Massa, I ain't done yet. It's still some in between these cracks. Let me get that dirt out of the cracks. Paul versus Joshua. You know, Joshua gonna have to go in here and put in work. But a lot of people is picking Jake Paul to upset Anthony Joshua. And if Anthony Joshua lose to Jake Paul, then Eddie Hearn's entire boxing promotional existence has been a joke. Say no notification. Yeah, that's what YouTube do to me, man. So do me a favor. Every time y'all type you didn't get no notification, I'm gonna need you to make sure you hit the like button and then share this video on your social media. I think if we did that, that'll turn the whole game upside down. So for everybody who take the time to say, man, I ain't even get no notification, just take the little more time and hit the like button and share this video on all your social media. And now you can just usurp everything YouTube tried to do. But if you ain't gonna share it, then it's you know, they gonna win every time by not sending you notifications. Skywalker in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, homie. Coming through with that 5-piece. He says, Dev did his thing. He said, salute, General. Yes, he did. He did. Dev went out there and put on the clinic. And the Ring already uploaded the whole fight on YouTube. They already uploaded the whole fight. Yeah, Turkey on something else. Turkey was proud of their performance. Because he was putting it up on social media. Turkey was out there. So it don't matter what Eddie and Oscar and the rest of these guys be trying to say, hating on Dev. Justin Cash in the super chat, the 2-piece said Tim Bradley probably at Popeyes crying. And he's sitting in the house under the cover. You know, he got the blanket over his head and he got the phone under the cover, reading comments. He probably listening right now with the blanket over his head like a sucker. Yeah, I'm gonna say something. I'm just trying to think of what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say something. Brooklyn born in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He said what they don't want to talk about. 1, Devin controlled the clinches. 2, Devin footwork is the best right now. 3, Trail Bill is the superior coach. These are facts. That's exactly what it is. Bill, absolutely. But I got another video coming about that, about Bill and Brian Norman Sr. Yeah. Yeah. I got a video coming about Bill versus Brian Norman Sr., the battle of the coaching minds. Bill clearly is the superior coach in mind, and then that was evident. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. I knew when I kept seeing every day Mill City dropping a new exclusive interview I said, bro, this dude is Brian Norman Senior rookie, fam, because I don't know who got this much time to give to the internet. But see, this is his first rodeo, and he's so impressed that somebody that persuasion want to talk to him every day. He feel important. He feel. Oh man, I'm the man. So he getting on there every day, just talking and giving away the game plan and just running his lips. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. And then talking crazy about everybody else. Man, I done ran Bill Haney off the internet. I done ran him. Man, he quite no, brother. You didn't run Bill off the internet. Bill let you run your mouth because you was giving away all your secrets. You kept talking. He didn't have to say nothing. Hey, I ran Bill Haney. Hey, y'all, I won. I won the internet game, y'all. Hey, y'all, look, I won. And then your son go up in there and get whooped on. And this is the crazy part. After the second round, when Brian Norman Jr. came back to the corner, a bloody mess, nose busted up. What Brian Norman Sr., I didn't hear this the first time I watched it, but I watched the fight again this morning. Brian Norman Sr. literally said to his son, "You all right? Beat the hell out of him. Man, you go in there and beat the hell out of him." I'm like, what? That's your instruction? This is diabolical. This is nasty work. Hey, BF, hey, BF, I gotta drop the link. If you got time, come up here, BF. I'm only dropping the link for BFTB right now. If you got time, ain't nobody else getting on right now. Let me see something. Appreciate you, Sniper. Yeah, so I'm gonna, if BF, if you got time, pull on up. I'm not letting nobody else up right now, just BF. I wanna get BF to take this victory lap real quick. So this is what I'm saying. Brian Norman Sr. told Brian Norman Jr. beat the mess out of him, man, beat the hell out of him, man. Oh man. First you tell him, man, he can't. You said that Devin couldn't hurt him. Said Devin can't hurt you. He's scared. He and all this old stuff. You tried to gas your son up to believe a lie. That's why he didn't know how to react when he didn't know what to do when Dev put the pause on him. Let me see here. Soda Black. What's happening with the Soda Black? In the super chat, that 2 piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. I got you, BF. I see you back there. Okay, Stormy, give me 1 second, Stormy. Let me see here. Let me take this off the screen. My brother BFT Beatboxing. What it do, BF?
The General. What's up? What you came?
Hey man, I had to get you on here to take a victory lap because and listen, I know this gonna sound petty, but I'm sorry, bro. Me and you was trying to tell these dudes stuff for the last 4 months, and people basically called us liars, bro. People who should know better was calling us liars, basically sneak dissing, saying all kind of weird stuff, and I'm like, bro, what kind of hold do Brian Norman got over people where y'all finna go against us because somebody got a little twang in their voice and that make y'all excited? This is diabolical. Absolutely. But anyway, BF man. What's your thoughts on the fight though?
I mean, it went damn near verbatim of how I said it was going to go. I said this on my page. I'm gonna say it here on the General's page. I told them, Team Norman, I told them myself because I knew Brian Norman could not beat Devin at no time ever. And I told them, bro, you guys need to fight somebody else. You need to unify with somebody else. Go and get a big name before you do this, right? You need to do this because that is going to build Brian Norman So when he gets beaten, I didn't say when he gets beaten. I didn't say this part, but was in my mind. I'm telling them that they need to fight somebody bigger, fight a big name because they haven't fought nobody. Fight somebody so that you have a name. You're somebody.
Right.
Right now, like this is when I still don't got no problem with Junior, bro. I don't got no problem. My issues with his punk ass daddy, but that's a whole different story. And the rest of his team, but I said to them, hey man, fight somebody else, build your name, okay? Because this will build your name. So, then you fight Devin for undisputed. I told them this, bro. I told them multiple times. This will build your name for undisputed. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want that, bro. They want. I said, okay, fine. Okay. So now when you get to where you get to, don't say nothing. And
right.
Here we are. It went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. I told everybody that Brian Norman was going to get dropped. They talking about Devin's power. Not only was Devin levels better than Brian Norman, Bill is levels better than fake ass Bill, because fake ass Bill, B-Rat, he's the one to talk about how he beat somebody in the media. You didn't beat nothing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There is nothing to beat. You don't get no belt, bro. You ain't get no victory. You get there is nothing to beat. Your dumb ass. That was malpractice for your fighter. Malpractice. You were supposed to be with your fighter. You were fighting the best fight of your career. Devin took you serious. Bill took you serious. They took you serious. They went into the lab and focused. They took you serious. They took you as the best of 47. They took you as the biggest puncher, the most destructive puncher, dude knocking people's senses. They took all of that serious. You was out here playing games, running around on all these other YouTube pages, trying to get shine and build your name up off of Devin's back. That's what you tried to do. That was malpractice on him. And I don't even think if he stayed in the lab and focused that it was going to do anything. He was going to get washed any way it goes. But he could have been in there. And to prove the point, is dude immediately went right back to, bro, me and you was there. We were there at the Devin Ryan fight. We was there. After that fight was over with, we was all in the lobby together. Man, when they came in there, Bill didn't get on the internet. Man, he had some big YouTubers right there. Me, you, there was some other people that was there. Man, he could have jumped on the internet with us right there. He didn't. That man went right. He was with Dev the whole time.
Right.
This dude right here, legitimately within minutes of his son losing, jumped right on the internet and went right to a YouTube page and start capping and lying.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it. When I was live and somebody came in my chat and was like, man, he on Mill City right now. I'm thinking like they lying. Like, ain't no way. Mill City probably uploading an old interview or something. I'm like, it's no way after that beating, the first thing you do is go on the internet. And then that's how you know he's feeling himself and he wants to be like an internet personality and something like that, or whatever. Because that was just crazy, bro. I don't know what that's about. But you see, whatever. I ain't gonna say nothing. But anyway, what did you think of his instructions to Brian Norman after the first round that Devin can't hurt him, and then all of a sudden Devin beat him up in the second round, knock him down, and Brian Norman tell his son, "Man, you better beat the hell out of him."
Straight garbage, bro. You didn't give this man no instruction. You didn't give him no game plan. You didn't give him you didn't tell him what you seen. You didn't tell him, hey, this is what I seen to try to do this. Remember we worked on this. Remember, because you had your son doing jump rope in a parking lot. You don't jump on concrete, bro. You don't do that on concrete, bro. Like, you had your son jumping rope in a parking lot. You did no training, no sparring for this. When you landed there, people and I heard a lot of people talking about, man, why he don't got to spar? He sparred before he got there, and and blah blah blah. Yeah, but you're not acclimated. You're not acclimated, bro. You're not. It's not like you're fighting a bum. I can understand if you was fighting gin hot sauce. Well, fine. But you're not fighting gin hot sauce. You're not fighting a bum. You're not fighting someone that's just going to put his chin up and let you just punch on him. You're fighting the best That's what you're fighting. The best that you've ever fought in your entire life. Yet you treat Devin like the haters. You treat Devin like the haters treat Devin. Like he ain't nobody, he ain't nothing. He's pillow fisted and chinny and all these other things. You think you're just gonna go in there and just throw some loop. He was garbage, bro. His instructions were garbage. They were the worst instructions that I've ever heard anybody give anybody at any time ever. He might as well not even have been there. He might as well just sat in the bro. It was almost like he just had the best seats in the house. Because he didn't tell him, he didn't do nothing. Man, go out there and beat him. What the hell do you think he's trying to do?
Bro, did you hear after the fight, though, the interview, he said that, I don't know, like it was low-key, maybe I'm the only person who feel like this. I kind of felt like he was like almost distancing himself from his son. Absolutely. Like he was saying stuff like, I mean, look, it's only two people can be in the ring, you know. Like, what does that mean? Oh, and yeah, man, he just did my son. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do, and this and that. All right, man. Well, come on, bro.
He said he basically said that his son was scared.
Yeah, he did. He said when he got
hit, yes. When he got hit,
Devin Power.
How are you going to say that? What? This is your son, dude. This is the dude you're supposed to be training. Oh man, I told y'all about Power, man. I told y'all about Power. So yeah, I told y'all, man. And then when he got hit, and that sort of, well, it's your instruction that he's listening to, goofball. So if you thought that in the second round when he got dropped in the second round, your instruction is not, well, go out there and punch him. Go get it. Go. What type of instruction is that? Where was you, man? This dude is the worst, bro. That is malpractice on his behalf. Malpractice. His son was never going to beat Dev. Never. Yeah. Dude just like, hey man, you go out there, you're getting your ass whooped now. Now he dropped your punk ass. So what I need you to do now is go out there and fight back. Man, what kind of instructions is this?
Man,
it was go out there and fight back, man. Listen, man, remember, Devin's chinny. So, remember now, he's gonna run eventually.
Hey, speaking of that, have you heard anybody today or yesterday say that Brian Norman is chinny?
Not once. I asked them already. I asked early.
Bro, this is diabolical. So Brian Norman gets dropped by a straight bum. He gets dropped by Devin Haney. And
a pillow-fisted bum.
Yeah, a pillow-fisted Devin Haney. And the narrative is not that Brian Norman is chinny. But Devin gets dropped by a juiced-up Ryan Garcia who already can crack without juice.
180 to 185. And I keep saying this. Bro. I was standing, and one of Ryan Garcia's, I was in the what's the name? Standing up in the do you remember when we was at the fight, right?
You talking about the weigh-in?
No. So at the weigh-in, yes. At the weigh-in, that's different. I'm talking about during the fight.
Right.
Right. Now remember in the fight, right? I kept leaving.
Yeah.
Remember, I kept getting up to leave, and I was coming right back and stuff.
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Why you keep walking off by yourself, man?"
Yeah. Well, first off, you already know how I feel.
Right.
But anyways, long story short, Ryan's people, his people. So there was some of his people was said that he weighed about 185, 190. That is what people said. And then Lion Ass Eddie, because I'm working on some stuff right now for Dev, but Lion Ass Eddie came out and he don't realize that people record his words. And he said himself that he told Devin that Ryan was like bigger than he was like a super middleweight in there. Yeah. He looked super middleweight in the just before the fight even happened.
Mm-hmm.
But neither here nor there, right? I'm bro. This is a guy where, and I'm speaking more about. I'm gonna go back to Brian Norman because I don't even really want to talk about that weird ass dude, Brian, bro. This is a guy that everybody was talking about. Such a big puncher. He's got all these intangibles. He's a great boxer and blah blah blah. He's gonna outbox Devin and yada yada yada. Brian Norman said himself that Devin don't he everybody already knows what he got in his gloves and he can't knock him down. When Devin said, what if I drop you? When Devin told him that, what if I drop you? You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman said, you can't. Ain't nothing. We know what you got in there, blah, blah, blah. Not one person, General, not one person that said Brian Norman's powers is overrated. Not one person that said Brian Norman's chin is weak. Not one person. Not one. Not one person is saying, hey, you know what another thing they're not saying, but they will in a little bit. Right now, they don't know what to think. So they're not talking about Snack. But they will a little bit. Oh, just
yeah, for sure.
Devin was on Snack. He don't got power like that. Just trust and believe that excuse is coming. Trust and believe. But see, they can't blame Victor Conte because he's not alive anymore.
But they can't. They hesitant to blame Snack right now because if they do, then they gotta talk about Bam Rodriguez, and they don't want to do that.
And David Benavidez because they're both Snack fighters.
And Mario Barrios.
Yes.
And Virgil Ortiz.
And Geronimo.
Absolutely.
So they don't want to. They're hesitant right now because Victor Conte had rest in peace to Victor Conte. He's not alive anymore, and like you said, they would have to then question their other guys that they leave alone that can get all the passes. So they're searching right now. But to answer your question, General, no, they're not talking about that. What I said to them is either Brian Norman is chinny or Devin Haney got power. Now pick your poison. Which one is it? And they didn't answer at all. Neither one.
Hey, hey, let me shout out to my brother the Sensei, Storm B Man in the building. Hey, what you think about this narrative that I heard a few haters talk about when I was listening to some videos this morning? A few of the haters are talking about Devin Haney was so much bigger than Brian Norman. Devin Haney need to move to 154, 160. He's bullying these little guys. And just moved to 146. Man, this is some diabolical stuff. What's up, Stormy?
Yo, what's good, General? What's good, BF?
What's up,
Listen, man, this is just like when Bud smashed Canelo, this is what we live for. To be able to douse all the fires and throw out the trash because cream rises to the top. It's been an old adage, never to be displaced. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
As I took this position going into this fight, and my way of looking at fights is a little bit different, but I was like, man, people can't see the obvious here. It's like Devin is a 5-dimensional fighter, bro. Probably a young man that may have stayed at lightweight a little too long. Not because he's so much bigger or whatever, but because he was trying to make the fights against his contemporaries. And they're the ones that were stalling him out and moving away and going in different directions and everything. But I didn't speak of it a lot, but when this fight was made, I was like, you know what? He's going to be a full-fledged welterweight. And I wouldn't be surprised if he hurts Norman in the fight because they don't think he can. And this is the sentiment because BF is closer, and I know he has, a great relationship with those gentlemen. And I want to say this. There's a reason people have been avoiding him, man. And it's not because of the negative sentiments that they've put out there publicly. It's the same reason why fighters have been avoiding David Benavidez. You know what happens in the gyms and everything across the sport of boxing gets talked about. So if someone is one to watch and stuff like that, word travels. And this young man came up in Floyd's gym and everything, and it was Floyd's dad. I talked about that this morning on my show, where this is the only fighter Floyd Sr. has said, hey, this young man can be just like my son. That's a hell of a compliment to make. And he was a very young man then.
Right.
And when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Shout out to Maya Angelou, right? Because that's very true. Devin has shown us to be what? A great individual, a young man that's headstrong, ambitious, and willing to do the work. He's shown us that he's had talent and ability. He's shown us that he has fortitude. Even in handling the circumstances that came out quite negatively from 2023, he's handled that very well, where it would have buried a number of individuals that we can name out here. And to even see how he did and conducted himself last night, it's like that's what greatness is born of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what a number of these individuals out here today, they don't understand that because this is the participation trophy society. So people like him will always outshine and stand out and separate themselves from the rest. And that's who he is and what he's been. And along with the assistance of what his dad has done, hey, they're already on top. And the only thing they'll continue to do is provide greater sense of separation between what greatness means and what it takes to achieve and acquire it. And you'll see those who are lackluster and half-assers and everything like that in the wake. But it's a beautiful thing to witness.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. And what did you think of Stormy? What did you think of the instructions in the corners?
Well, the instructions from Norman Jr. corner were very amateurish and very it was confusing for someone who is under the lights and under fire. I've seen guys do that type of work before and it never works out. It bodes well because you have to be able to give a fighter something to grasp hold of to be able to be competitive. And that didn't happen. And that, along with, you can now tell the lack of preparation, proper preparation. They just better be glad that Devin has the temperament that he has. Because I mentioned this earlier also on my show. Had he had Bud Crawford's temperament, Norman Jr. would have probably been brutalized within a round or two after he got dropped like that in the second round. Everybody doesn't have that type of temperament, and I'm kind of glad that Devin doesn't have it. Devin's temperament reminds me a little bit more of what Ali was. Ali was a guy, he just wants to beat you, show you you're not as good as him and everything. He don't want to kill you. He don't want you to not be able to go home to your family and stuff like that, but he will show you that you're not on his level. Right. And he can do that with the way that he executes his actions and activities. Now, as far as Bill's instructions to him, it was good to see him to remind Devin to not be on the outskirts of the activity for too long, too much. He reminded him to get back in there at times because they will, under these auspices, use that against him in judging. And we did see a judge with a real questionable scorecard. What the hell was that? But he won the fight hands down. And he was definitely prepared for everything that Norman Jr. was known to be able to bring to the ring. Also, I had figured as I watched the first round of the fight that, because most of the activity was from Norman. But I was looking at Devin's feet, and his back foot was positioned almost in that position that sprinters get in, when you want to launch forward with, aggression. And I could tell that he was setting up some type of a counter, but the jab is so good that this young man has, and I had heard it said a few years ago before the Ryan situation, but it talking about his jab. His jab is so good. He could have won that fight with one hand last night because he busted that guy's face up, and you could see him continuously pawing at his nose and everything. He didn't even do that against Santillan. So Devin's jab is pulverizing, and maybe at 147, because he's filling out more as a man, that's a powerful jab. I love it. I want to see more of it. But yeah, I believe that Bill's instructions to him were mindful to keep him engaged, to not drift or wander in his mindset. Because you could be ahead and everything, but don't take your foot off the gas. You still got work to do, and those are my thoughts about that.
So I'm about to dip out, General, but let me
Okay.
I gotta do something for Dev. But let me just I want to respond to Unc right quick because I want people to understand something when my Unc talking about, and he is a boxing historian, boy, and he's talking about a temperament. Like Devin absolutely has the same temperament, 100%. But he's a game plan fighter. He will stick to the game plan, even if it's too, if you want to say this, a fan's detriment. Like the fan will want to see Devin go knock somebody out. That Devin is a game plan fighter. He fights to the game. If the game plan that is devised for him is this, then that's what which is why it's so easy for Bill to give him instruction. If Bill feels he's off of the game plan in some capacity, and there's always adjustments that are also built into the game plan, that we can go left or we can go right or we can move up or we can move down, right? He's low key like a joystick that can be, okay, this is the game plan that we're playing for this. Okay, so you're going this way, so let's make sure we, and I got that thought process from Rachel. She does that with Nonito, but he's a game plan. So I don't want people to think that he doesn't have the temperament, because he does. I've seen it. I've seen it in sparring. I've seen him doing that. He absolutely has the game. He absolutely has it. But whereas with Bud, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm just going to say I don't think Bud needs nobody. Like with Dev, he is so game plan oriented that he trusts in his team to the point where he has it. He believes that he can't see everything that they see. Whereas Bud, he really doesn't need Bomac or anybody else, regardless if he rocks with him or not. He really don't need them. And I'm not saying that Devin needs anybody either, but I'm saying they're just two different styles. One of them doesn't need nobody and can do whatever he wants. Devin can do whatever he wants, but he trusts in his team enough for them to see what he is doing, and he follows the guidance. So that was the only point that I wanted to caveat. And I know this for a fact. Like, I know this for an absolute fact. I just wanted to caveat that out there for nobody. And it's not to knock anything that my uncle said, because he doesn't have the insight that I have. And without the insight, that is what the great Stormy B-Man sees as a historian, that he's been doing this for so long. But I gotta bounce, General, man. I gotta finish.
Okay, bro. I appreciate you pulling up. Let me respond to this cat right here, man.
Salute to Unc, man. Salute to General.
Salute to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace, BF, my brother. Johnny Allison says, "Hey guys, I'm trying not to be a DHP hater. However, did you guys not see how much holding he was doing on when Norman was close? The blind ref didn't give him any warnings. Hey, dude, this is your warning. Matter of fact, you get no warning. Somebody slap him with a wrench. Get him out of here. Get him out here. No more passes for people like you. I don't want no more of y'all stanky. Because, see, the thing about y'all don't wear no deodorant. You don't brush your teeth. And I don't want my chat stanky. So let's just get these guys out of here. No mercy today. You know what I'm saying? The holding. First, Devin going to get knocked out. First, he going to get knocked out. And he's trash. And he got no chin. Now, all of a sudden, did you see the holding? Did you see all the holding? Well, I saw Norman holding. I saw Devin whooping them all over the ring and Norman holding. Now y'all got another excuse. Yeah, get this dude, send this dude to the shadow realm. Get him up out of here. Pack him up. The Rolly in the Super Chapter 2-piece, appreciate the love. It says they was open. He said that was an open duck by Conor Benn. It was. Stormy, how do you feel about Conor Benn saying that he not interested in the Devin Haney? First he wanted Devin Haney. Now he's saying he's not interested in it because Devin is boring and he doesn't want to engage.
Did you see his reaction when Devin dropped Brian Norman Jr. when they showed the camera over in the audience with him sitting next to Eddie Hearn?
I've absolutely seen it.
That's why that ideology changed. That's why. He got to see close up. Don't forget that part of it. Close up. Wasn't watching on TV. He saw close up. He could see the shake and quiver in Norman Jr.'s legs. He could see the ferocity in what Devin unleashed on him. I would have preferred Devin to finish him off. That's being selfish. He boxed masterfully. And this is the thing. He only gets better because the thing is, he's the one that wants to fight the best opposition. He's almost being held back by guys not getting in the ring with him because he's going to show you, as soon as you do, he's going to show you the level of separation. I just called him a 5-dimensional fighter. There's not a lot of those out there presently in the sport of boxing. Bam Rodriguez is one, but he's down at the flyweights. But it's amazing to watch how a guy can be a systematic savant where he can beat you with so many different weapons. And it's gratifying because it takes me back to like all of this teaching and education he's gotten in the gym from all of these different fighters, world-class fighters. You know, to a degree, one could say, wow, maybe it's too many cooks in the kitchen for Devin. But if we consider who he is, like what BF just shared with us before leaving, that means he's a sponge. He can absorb the information, and he has the talent and ability to do what people are asking of him. So it's like the sky is the limit when you have a fighter like this. This is why you see so many people hating on the guy, because I'm going to tell you something, 78. Just like you do what you do with your channel, and you founded this wonderful community that I'm more than happy to be a part of. You got people out there that's jealous of that, right? And so they want to say things about it. They want to attack. They want to throw spears and daggers and this like that. But in the meantime, what are they doing? Sitting on their ass, right, watching you instead of going out doing something for themselves, right? This is the same thing with Devin in the boxing. You got guys sitting up, they're saying stuff, falsehoods, putting bad information out there, even commentary people and whatnot. They're doing these negative things because they can see what's anointed. They can see what's ascending. And it's like, man, they mad because it's not them. They wish that it could be them, you know. And that's to their detriment. Listen, too bad, huh? It's too bad, because all you have to do is aspire toward doing something individually. And that's a weakness in you as a human being, that you would sit up and reserve all your time and energy devoted to downing someone else who's progressing in life and ain't got a damn thought about you.
Indeed, indeed.
Weakness.
Yes, sir, Brother Stormy. This the picture y'all talking about with Eddie Hearn, you know, putting, you know what I'm saying, son and his slave. What's up, Coach Hudson in the building?
Peace to the general. Peace to my brother Stormy B Man.
Peace.
Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. Shout out to the Haneys. I just want to say, man, my bad, General. I know you said you only wanted BF call.
Oh no, you good, you good.
But I
just wanted to give BF a chance to cook before it got cluttered. But go ahead, though, brother.
Got you. So I just want to step in the kitchen real quick. Let me say this to all of our enemies of the sport of boxing, because I know you are present. I knew that you all are exactly who I said you were from the beginning. You all are cowards, because I know you're listening. And I'm speaking for Coach Hudson right now. I want you to know, because I know you hear me, you are the most cowardly, spineless individuals in the sport, amongst all sports. Because most people, when they're wrong, when they take a L, at least they can say, you know what, man, I was wrong. My bad. But for the last, since the fight ended, they've been absent. For all of a sudden, you all were in every chat on all the channels, the Truth Tellers channels, but all of a sudden, now y'all got something to do. All of a sudden, we can't find none of y'all. None of you are in the chat to back up what you said. Hey, say it with your chest. Stand on what you say. Now, here's the difference for those who say, well, you know, coach, we should be able to have a difference of opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. Me and my brother Brent Fox was talking about it yesterday because he was going for Brian, I was going for Dev. We had a good boxing conversation. But there's a difference from you having a boxing opinion and you being a self-hating and a race fan in the sport of boxing. You all are so spineless because you couldn't even get up and say, man, shout out to Dev. Man, what a night for the sport of boxing. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. Shout out to Bam Bam Rodriguez. Shout out to David Benavidez. Look at an amazing card. But listen, family, it was never about that from the beginning. Now, I have to say this. Since it is Sunday, I got to say this to you, General. I am so blessed to be able to have conversations with you over the past year or so. And everything that we've talked about has come to pass. Literally, every single thing that we've talked about on this channel has come to pass. And I love the fact that you COINTELPRO boxing fans have had to bear witness to the hand of God. So you put your faith in man instead of putting your faith in God. So you were rooting for Tank, but guess what? When Tank told Lamont Roach, I give and I take away, you were forced to bear witness to who really gives and takes away. When you saw Keyshawn side with racists, you saw what happened to Keyshawn. When Shakur did it as well, you see how they treated Shakur when he was going against Zepeda. You had to bear witness again and again. When they were, some of you who were on the Canelo Alvarez train, and you were rooting against your own brother Terrence Crawford, you had to bear witness again. And let me tell you what they do, General. They disappear for a few weeks, and then they come back around like they didn't do nothing. They come back around like it was nothing. But let me tell you who's one of the worst kind of individuals you can deal with. A person who click hops. I said this earlier. I can't stand, and I know we have a lot of dysfunction in our community, and maybe this is just the tribalism in me. But a man who click hops, who bounces from click to click and gang to gang, he can't stand on nothing. He can't stand on his word. You are the scum of the earth, because we know these kind of men will flip. These kind of men will be the ones to bring the whole team down if some trouble happens. That's the character of many of these fans. And you had to bear witness. Last night, you had to bear witness again. Some of you put your faith in man when you thought that Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez's racist asses were going to be pushed to the top of the sport, and you put your faith in them, and look what happened. Ain't nobody talking about Teo. Look what happened to Ryan. Now, somebody said, well, Coach, break that down a little bit more. Well, man put Ryan Garcia in the middle of Madison Square Garden, right? In the middle of Times Square, made him the main event. And in front of the whole world, we had to see Ryan Garcia get beat. And by the end of the night, he was crying in a vehicle. But Devin was unscathed. Devin didn't have a mark on him. And those of you who have talked about, in general, let me know if I'm going too long.
No, you cook.
Those of you who always got something to say about Bill Haney, let me tell you something about Bill Haney. You keep your mouth shut off of Bill, because you would never do the work that he's doing. You keep your mouth off of Bill, because Bill was up there giving props to Jay Prince, giving props to Brian Norman Sr., giving props to the Masons, giving props to all those brothers on there that was getting that money, and they didn't need Eddie Hearn help to do it, and they didn't need Bob Arum help to do it. The brothers got together and said, we're going to make this happen. It was Bill Haney that spoke on the behalf of David Benavidez, which we was able to see David Benavidez get what we saw. Those of you who love the Canelo versus Terrence Crawford, guess what? If you hate Bill, guess what? You don't get that fight. You don't see Canelo versus Terrence Crawford because that's who planted the seed. It was Bill. So don't come to me talking to me about Bill. Those of you who said, man, he need to get rid of Bill because look how he fought Ramirez. You think that you want better for Devin than his own father? You think you want better for him than the man who has taken him from a child to the pinnacle of the sport of boxing? Let me calm down. I have to give a shout out to Mickey Bay, Virgil Hunter, who helped Trill Bill put together a plan and a strategy that a few of us went over earlier this week, saying the things that need to happen. And like BF just said, Devin is a master of sticking to the game plan. And when Brian Norman Jr. was in trouble, his corner had nothing for him. They had nothing, and that needs to be another lesson to the brotherhood. Brothers, anytime somebody comes to you showing you all of this love out of nowhere, you need to be mindful. You need to be looking at your left and your right and behind you, because this love is coming from a place where they want you to dethrone another black man. Another point. Some of you are so sick right now. But what did we say last year? And you all, a few of you in the chat right now, you laughed at me when I said this, and I said it right here on the General's channel. I said where you all failed was you didn't finish the job. And y'all said, what are you talking about? When Ryan Garcia cheated against Dev, you didn't finish the job. What do I mean? You didn't hurt him enough to stop him from being able to still come up in weight, to still be sharp, to still have his skills, and he has not been able to implement his grown man strength like he just showed last night. And I said this, I said, once he's able to hold on to his grown man strength and the things that we have seen him do in the gym, he gets to bring into the ring on fight night, he's going to start hurting things. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to witness the face of some of you when he dropped Brian Norman Jr. But shout out to Brian Norman Jr. because it took Brian Norman Jr. to actually not run from the smoke and make a fight like this happen. Brian Norman Sr., brother, be there. Just be there for your son. These people don't love y'all for real. These people was never here for y'all for real. They were not even with you all when Brian Norman Jr. was going to go fight on Juneteenth. Where were y'all then? When Brian Norman Jr. went over to the West Coast and they were throwing bottles at him and calling him the N-word. Where were you all then? You all hop, click to click because you hop, click to click like a hoe. That's who you are, and that's who the character that's in you. And you can't turn back. This right here is the cherry on top of the Coon milkshake. This is it. And it's over with for y'all. Now, I know the war ain't over and we're going to have more battles, but let this be a lesson to you. And for those of you who are supporters of the sport of boxing, listen, we have to put a line between us and them. Those who actually love the integrity of the sport of boxing, whether you black, whether you white, whether you Mexican, listen to me. Do not align yourself with race fans. Do not align yourself with people who have a problem with seeing a brother get knocked down, stand up, and win. Now, when Lomachenko and they were trying to push him as the best thing since Ali, it wasn't a problem. But as soon as it looked like Dale would be the next Floyd, Crawford would be the next Floyd, there was a social media lynching motive on all of these top brothers. And let this be a lesson to you. If you get on that side, just know, pause, I'm on that ass. I land my plane there, General.
Cook. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. This is, hey, look, man, I'm going to be, just so y'all know, fair warning, every single day, can't stop, won't stop, I'm going to be doing at least one video talking about Devin Haney. Now, listen, I'm not letting y'all off the hook. Y'all talk too much trash out here. Y'all running, now y'all already moving the goalposts, talking about Devin's still a weight bully somehow. He done moved up in weight, and then now y'all saying y'all ain't gonna be happy until the man get beat. That's all this is about. Y'all miserable. You need to tell your favorite fighter to grow up here, get in the ring with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem, that's the beautiful thing about boxing. See, if you don't like Devin, then your favorite fighter that's in that division, tell your favorite fighter to fight Devin. The problem is you don't want your favorite fighter to fight Devin because you terrified. So your favorite fighter, you ain't got no problem with him going up to 195 pounds and fighting the heavyweight, but you got a problem with him fighting Devin Haney at 147, man. Man, listen, man, all you do is bleed once a month. All of you. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. It really is. What's up, Southside? Boxing 601, my brother in the building. But anyway, Coach Hudson, tell the people they can find you, brother.
And you can find Coach B. Hudson on YouTube or Instagram. Salute you, General. Salute Stormy B Man and everybody in the chat.
Yes, sir. Stormy, brother. Tell the people they can find you, Stormy.
Everybody can find me right here on YouTube. Stormy B Man is the channel. And Stormy B Man in all caps, but no cap. And you can also follow me on Rumble, where it's a perfect site and app name, because that's what we're going to do over there. We're going to rumble over there. So that's what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thank my good brothers for pulling up. Thank you to my brother BFTB for coming through, man. And I'm finna go on out here and get my little walk on. I didn't do my morning walk this morning. I'm finna go do it now. And I will be back later on with some more heat. Y'all check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. New Patreon videos gonna drop in a couple hours, man. So make sure y'all be there. Go and sign up if you're not already signed up. Go and check me out. We'll holler at y'all in a minute. We're out of here. Deuces.